Welcome and good afternoon. Welcome to Real Estate Radio San Antonio. We are your hosts, Karla and Stan Hester, the most important hour every Sunday on KLUP. Thank you for joining us. The Real Estate Radio is a national network of local real estate professionals dedicated to delivering timely, balanced truths about the local market conditions in effort to help Americans maintain good credit, minimize debt, and achieve the American dream of home ownership. Real Estate Radio is dedicated to helping San Antonio's housing and credit markets. Within every market, there's a solution. As well as tremendous opportunity, you just need some trusted advice. That's our message. We'll be delivering it every Sunday at 3 p.m. right here on KLUP Talk Radio 930. That's KLUP Talk Radio 930. And I want to remind you that if you ever have any real estate or credit related questions, you can contact us on realestateradiosa.com. That's realestateradiosa.com. So good afternoon, Stan. How are you?
Fine. Good afternoon, Carla. It's good to be here this afternoon on the Sunday afternoon here. I'm kind of excited about today's show a lot because as a personal friend of ours and someone that we've known for quite a while, Russell Groomer is going to be on, bringing us a lot of information about the Stone Oak area and the things that are going on there. But I just wanted to spend a little bit of time before we roll into that. We got some emails last week about the importance of being pre-qualified before you go out and look for a home. And so I just wanted us to speak a little bit about that, the importance that we see in that, what the realtors see, and how it really benefits a future home buyer as they go out and look for that. What are some of the questions that you kind of come across on that are the best things that a realtor asks you about?
Well, I mean, really the questions are get them pre-qualified. So if you have a buyer that's interested in purchasing a new home, a new construction, I mean, it doesn't matter if the home is existing or you want to build a new home, you want to get pre-approved because that puts you, the buyer, that's going into the transaction at ease to know exactly where they are, how much they can afford, in today's credit market. If there's anything that we need to fix, is there anything that we can improve so you can get a higher credit, so you can get a better rate, a lower rate? Because most times your rate is driven by your credit score. So that's very important. And the seller wants to know that you're putting in an offer on with a buyer that has been pre-approved. And that letter indicates that their credit's been pulled, and we have reviewed their income and assets, tax returns, and to make sure we know exactly where they are financially and how much they can afford. So, I mean, it's just a win-win for everyone.
So as we do that with our clients that come in through our office, a lot of them just want to know what that payment is. And when we figure that out, why don't you tell us a little bit how that goes about as far as they want to know what the total monthly payment is. And as they go out and look for a home with that realtor, they're not looking at too much home that they're disappointed in down the road, that they're looking at the right home that'll fit their budget, their lifestyle. And also, one of the big things that we notice from realtors and from our clients talking to us, there's kind of two different types of areas that choosing that home that someone looks at. One is what is your need and what is your want. So you might need a house that's close to a school, but you might want a 4-bedroom, but you can get by with a 3-bedroom. You might need a large lot, or you might want a large lot, but you can get by with a smaller lot. So to make those lists of what you need and what you want, knowing where you're pre-qualified, I think really helps the buyer and the realtor to work together and find that home. But getting those numbers of how much they can afford are very important too. Don't you see on that?
Yeah, I just think it's so much more fun and exciting when you know where you're at. And so I just encourage people to, get pre-approved. I mean, you can contact us. Go to our contact button at realestateradiosa.com and send us a little note. We can contact you. We can do the application over the phone. But the documents you're going to need are your 2 years tax returns. You're going to need your at least 30 days pay stubs and bank statements, and we look at all of that, and we sit down and give you guys options. So it's just a win-win, and it's a lot more fun when you know exactly where you are, and it takes a lot of the stress because we're easy to work with, and we're fun, and we're going to make that transaction easy for you.
Yeah, we are going to help you step by step along the way through this process. And we had a couple of our realtors. We had Kathy Walsh on here a couple of weeks ago. And one of the big things she said that she really appreciates is when a buyer comes to her, they know exactly how much they can afford, what they're qualified for. It makes her job a lot easier. She knows exactly what to research, because when you take someone like Kathy, she spends a lot of time before she ever goes out with that buyer, and starts showing them property, because she spends a lot of pre-looking through her databases and stuff of the right home that would fit that person, and cuts their time down and knows exactly what they want. But one of the big things that we also see out there that maybe you could talk about is that importance of being able to go when you find the right house, because the San Antonio real estate market is just like going crazy right now with 3 months of inventory on the market. I mean, that's very, very low, and the good houses go very, very fast. You'll find them turning in a few days or a week, and I know where we live, the homes that we always admire have that great curb appeal on our street seem to go in a day or two, and the ones that are a little less, they might hold up for 2 or 3 months, but the quick ones go fast. They take that first offer and move on. So
it's a seller's market. So you want to have all your tools. You want to be armed when you go out there to buy and ready to go. And talk about how much closing costs are going to be on this house. I mean, it's not just about rate. It's not just about a payment, but it's about, your down payment. Many times it can be a gift fund, but then you still have closing costs, and there's many ways that closing costs can be paid for. So those are all things that we want to help and walk people through, so that they have the comfort in knowing exactly, the realtor knows exactly how to make that offer for that buyer on that home that just came on the market, and you want to make it a good offer.
So what we're saying here is that have all the tools in your tool chest there, so that you can use them all. So you can make, this is a huge purchase, and you need to have all of those tools there with you, so you can make the proper decisions, the correct decisions, and the best decisions. We always say that this is a way to help you to create wealth throughout your lifetime, is through real estate. So make that right or that correct decision on this.
Yeah, and if you're going to take a vacation, you would decide: am I going to fly? Am I driving? And, there's so much planning to buy in a house, and we'd love to be part of that. So we just think pre-approval is number one. And we're going to get ready here. We'll be taking a quick break, and I want you to stay tuned. We have a publisher in the house, and well accomplished, and just an excellent guy that we're going to be sharing a lot of good information. So stay tuned. We'll be right back, and thank you for listening to realestateradio.sa.com at KLUP 930.